So the adaptation process was really interesting because the book is essentially just a collection of stories. Some take place from before I was born, some take place when I was 8 years old, some take place when I was in my 20s. That's not really filmable necessarily. You'd be casting a lot of Benjamin laws. So one of the first things we did in development was really try to figure out what the heart of the story was. And the heart of the story was, of course, the family and what this family goes through in order to stay a family. So all those incidents plucked out from my life, probably between the ages of 12 and 17 that are in the book, we've sort of condensed a lot of that into one summer, one hot Queensland summer where none of the characters' lives will ever be the same again.
I read the memoir, Family Law, probably about 5 years ago, and it really struck a chord with me. I found it very funny. I thought that Jenny was one of the most startling characters I had read, and also found it very moving. And at the time the book had come out and Benjamin had quite a bit of interest, I think, from people. We met and myself and Michael McMahon pitched to him that Matchbox should make it, and I think he went with us possibly because of the Chinese connection. And I kind of initiated the project, but pretty soon into it, the Matchbox kind of comedy team, which is the wonderful Sophie Miller and Julie Eckersley, came on board and helped Benjamin in the development of the show.
It's so exciting to be bringing that family to the screen. I haven't, been there for a lot of that. I've been seeing it come to life through the rushes and seeing the photos of them going out for dinner and having a great time, and you just feel those connections on the screen.
We really wanted to get it right because it's a very particular piece, and Australia has never done an all Chinese kind of sitcom before. I mean, we have done some really great Chinese Australian material at Matchbox. We did Maximum Choppage, which Sophie and Julie also did before Family Law, but this was a particular kind of show that we really wanted to get right.
The best work comes from, really personal stories, and the things that always, for me, are the most special are the things that make you laugh and make you cry. Funerals are sad and you're crying, and then, people are telling stories and it's hilarious, and, it's life. It feels so true to life, all of it.
Some of my favourite lines from the show are ones actually taken from real life, and by that I mean my book, which was, based on real life. Like, for instance, scene 1, episode 1, is Jenny recounting in graphic detail what happened downstairs during the birth of Benjamin, and that, almost word for word, is pretty much lifted from my mother's actual mouth. And when people hear it, they are shocked. And I think that sets the tone for a lot of the series. So that's my favourite. And I think the other thing that's come up that's also in episode 1 that the actors have just really loved reciting over and over again is when it's suspected that Michelle has worms and Jenny asks her,
Cheek or hole?
Cheek.
That's okay.
So all the actors now, their catchphrase all day on the set is always cheek or hole, cheek or hole. There'll probably be a merchandising opportunity, t-shirts that simply say cheek or hole.